How's it going today? Welcome to Sean Miller. Bet with the Genius, Soccer Betting Genius, whatever you're going to call it. Bet with the Genius. 2-0, my last two premium plays. We're getting after it. Gave out today. You checked out the free plays over there on Winners and Winers. You can see that I liked this Atletico Mineiro game. And I will tell you, I gave out as my premium play today, and I'm hot right now. I gave out one of the Copa Libertadores games today. There's three. There is Emelec Atletico Mineiro, Atletico Paranaense, who, by the way, just signed Fernandinho. Interesting signing against Libertad, and Corinthians against Boca Juniors. So one of those is my main play for the day. And if you want to see what that is, show you that right now. You head over to the page right there at the bottom, https://experts.winnersandwiners.com/cappers/8. And you can get a bonus if you're using this code right there. That code right there. Use that code and get a bonus. So we're going to go over just me today. I don't want to say just me. I'm the soccer betting genius, so that's pretty good. Got this shirt on. It's driving me nuts. I had to go to thing. I went out to Kobe Bryant's high school. I thought that was pretty cool. Lower Marion High School. See my guy Lance Bachman speak and do some video for that. That was pretty cool. So Caesars Sportsbook promotion. New users wager up to $1,500 for your first bet. You win, congrats. If you don't, you'll get that amount back as a free bet to use on your next wager. You must use promo code VideoWinners15 to get the deal. Once again, you don't have to bet $1,500. You can bet $1,500. And if you win, you get your money. If you lose, you get it back in the form of a free wager. So it's pretty cool. Make sure you're following all the Max Wagers Network all day. Midday Money with Sean Higgs, noon Eastern time, all times Eastern, remember. And all of these are on the Max Wagers Network. Morning Wood with Ali Burns, 1 to 2 Eastern. Just Parlays, Chris King, 2 to 3 Eastern. Back to the window, Scott and Scott, 3 to 4 Eastern. 4 o'clock, it's me. 5 o'clock, Game Times Decisions with Nick, Tim, and Lenny. Remember, I will be on. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, so every day you'll be able to watch all the shows on the Max Wagers Network. I'll be on Friday night on ESPN. We're going to be talking a little soccer, but as these games start to ramp up in the upcoming future, I'm going to be talking a lot of NFL, a lot of college football, a lot of baseball, and a lot of soccer. So got to give a shout out to my guy Joe Wiz, because I think at the beginning he was, I don't want to say he was anti-soccer, but a lot like some of the old school guys, maybe they didn't see the value. Look, man, when you used to go to your bookie and say, listen, I want to bet the Browns -7, whatever, right? You couldn't just go up to them and be like, I want to bet Atletico Mineiro money line. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Like at soccer. And get out of here, man. It's not the case now. You know what the number one most bet sport in the world is right now? That's right. That would be soccer. We call it football. But let's see. Soccer is probably right now about number. I'm telling you, with the World Cup, it'll be NFL. I'm going to include football, NFL, NCAA. Football is football, right? So if you say football, you could break it down into football, and then obviously college basketball, soccer. Excuse me. Soccer would probably be third at this point. Remember, when football season ends, it's over. From the Super Bowl until preseason. When baseball season ends with the World Series, when hockey season ends, when NBA ends, when college basketball ends, it's over. 6 months. Soccer, you can't get 6 hours without a game every day. And look, I don't want to say complaining, but there haven't been great games to look at, but every day there's games and you can win. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of let's see. Oh wait, there's women's games coming up starting July 6th. UEFA Women's Euro. There's let me see the story here. I know there was a pretty big story on there the other day about how there's a huge summer of women's soccer. The UEFA Women's Euro 2022, July 6th to the 31st. CONCACAF for 4th to the 18th. That's going to be I complain about that. It's going to be really bad. African Women Cup of Nations. Copa America Women's Femenina. So these are all July, all ahead of the Women's World Cup next summer. But there's a lot of games. And our guy Bill McDonald, who was on the other day, look, those games you could find some value in them. Once again, I'm going to try to get a women's football expert on here, women's betting football expert on here, and see, if we could break that down. But once again, there's a lot of stuff. Excuse me. Money is money. It doesn't matter what you bet to get it. Correct? Come on, man. I'm going to pull this up here, share the screen for you. Here's the schedule for tonight. You got 3 games. We talked about it a little bit with AM Plus Money yesterday. Emulec, Atletico MG, Atletico Paranense. Excuse me, who once again just signed Fernandinho, so pretty big signing, versus Libertad, and Corinthians against Boca Juniors. The following the second 2 are at 8:30. Copa Sudamericana around the 16. There's 1 game at 6:15 and 1 game at 8:30. Colo-Colo against Internacional. There's already been a few games in China. Look at that. Israel, U19, into the final. They beat France. What? That is crazy. England, U19, into the final. England against Israel. Whew. That's the U19 final. Could have got some pretty good money with that. So here's some of the women's games, playing. Talked about them a little bit. There's these qualification heading up into the UEFA Europa League. But these are the main games. So we shall take a look at these. And we did we looked at them yesterday. The screen didn't work. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here. When you look at Emulek and Atletico Mineiro, the first game, it's at 6:15, so it starts in a little bit. The main thing about this game is this. Emulek hasn't played since the 28th of May. In that time, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mineiro's played 8 matches, 4 wins, 3 draws, and a loss. Mineiro scored 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So in 5 of the 8, it scored over 2 goals. This team is going to be rusty. Emek did score 7 goals against a really bad team here to get to this point, but it is what it is. So when you're looking at this, look at this line's jumped. We talked about this yesterday. It was minus 125. It's now minus 139 here. It's going to probably jump a little bit more closer to match time. Minus 139 is probably a pretty good play. I still think the better play here is Atletico Mineiro minus 105. Over 1.5 goals. Basically even money. Look, there's 2 schools of thought when teams are off for this long. Sometimes they're rusty. Sometimes they get a much-needed break. But, headed into the break, other than that game against a really bad Independiente Petronas team, 3 losses and 2 draws. They really didn't play well in May and then had a big break. I don't love that. I think, that's where I would say listen, I'm going to probably take Mineiro on the money line. I took them yesterday when it was a little bit lower. Here's an interesting stat. Mineiro is 9 of 9 more than 4.5 cards, and Emulek is 4 or 5 minus 4.5. So when you look at this, total cards, not really worth it. Not a lot of value. I think the value comes here over 1.5 goals. If you want to just single Emulek, I think Atletico Mineiro, that might be, interesting. My play would be, once again, I gave it out as the free play today. Atletico Mineiro over 1.5 goals. I think another way maybe you could take this is here, assuming Atletico Mineiro wins the game and assuming they want to put the tie away quickly, if they get a lead at halftime, you could take this plus 165. That's a little more of a long shot play. Listen, this is, we're still new, right? We're still new here. Everyone's kind of still new to this, and to me, sometimes what I'll do is, when I'm giving these plays out, I'll say this is what you should take. Whatever. Money line, -1, Asian handicap, whatever. And then I'll give a prop play out. Atletico Mineiro, over 1.5 goals, whatever, right? And then I'll say plus money are bonus plus money plays. So bonus plus money plays to me are games that I think, or props maybe, or something I think could come in. Like if I give you, I'm not giving it to you on this game. I'm just saying, if I said, Emulek or draw plus 114, right? So you get 2 of the 3 outcomes. Or if I said Emulek there's really no plus 0.5 is 117, so you're better off just taking that because then you get the winner of the draw, whatever. But and if I say bonus plus money play, Emulek money line plus 410. If I think a team that is like a plus money team has a chance to win, sometimes I'll give it as a bonus play. Now, I wouldn't take if you're gonna bet $100 on Emulek or draw at plus 115 or plus 117, whatever it is, right? And I say, excuse me, I say bonus plus money play. Me, I wouldn't play Emulek. Like if I give you Emulek at plus 410, I wouldn't take it at $100. I wouldn't take it at the same. I would maybe say $20. I'm going to throw $20 down on it. Right? Because I don't want to eat away. Like if I handicap the game properly, and once again, this is all hypothetical. Like the movie Manhattan Project, when they're disarming the bomb, he's like, "Well, this is all hypothetical. Don't do anything, right?" So I'm not telling you to take Emulek here. I'm just telling you because it's the one that's up on the page. If I say take Emulek at on the draw, win plus draw double chance at plus 117, and then say bonus bet, and you bet 100 and say bonus bet. If you bet 100 on it, and the first game that's handicapped properly wins because it's a draw, but then you bet Emulek money line and it loses, and that loses, and you bet it for the same amount. Well, what's the point? You just wiped out all your gains. Like sometimes I'll say, take it, take a shot on the plus money, plus 410, plus 500, whatever it is. Sometimes there's live dogs like that. And you take a shot and you say, I'm going to take that. And then, but it doesn't win. You still have your, plus 117, say bet 100, right? Plus 117 that you won from the first game, right? And then you lost 20. So you're still up $97, right? If you bet 100 and 100, you're up $17. What was the point? You should have just kept your money in the bank and not bet it. Lex Steele, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Ready to watch some games tonight? So that's basically what I'll tell you. I'll say, listen, I really like this game. I think Emulek is going to win this. Now, there's going to be some time I'm going to say, look, I think Emulek money line. Take it. Bet it. If you want, and then say, look, if you want to cover yourself on the other one, you cover yourself on that. But maybe Emulek money line will be the play. That's different. If I give it as like a bonus plus money play, I think, that's the way to do it. So right now, my play on this, once again, gave it out as a free play today. If you saw the video, thank you for watching. Head over there every day. We got that, and we got the premium plays as well. So, Atletico Mineiro over 1.5 team total. All right. So you got parent Atletico, another Atletico, Libertad. Libertad won their group, and Atletico Paranaense finished second, which is interesting. These two teams just played. Remember we talked about this a little bit. Libertad won 1-0. First game, Paranaense won 2-0. In the second game, both these teams come in really decent form. Although I'm going to show you something here. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. How do you get 3 red cards? When do they give it? Look at this: 47th, 74th, 78th. And they're all second yellows. Every person, Rivas, right? Carrascal, Aquino. Every person on the team that got a first yellow card got a second yellow card. What are you doing? What are you doing? Crazy, crazy game. Look at this, though. You want to see this. 3. So this is Libertad. 1, 2, 3. So how many games is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was a postpone. There was a red card in the game that's postponed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the last 9 games, 9 red cards. 9. That is absolutely ridiculous. And offer cards. Red card given. Yes. Plus 225. No. Minus 335. This is the first leg. There's been some red cards in these games. There's been 3 red cards in Paranense's last 4 games as well. Look, it's a value play. It's a, average red cards here. The referee gives out, one every 5 games. He gives out 4.5 cards a game. So I may take a chance on this. Lex Steele, Emulek first to score. You like Emulek first to score here. Let me go back to that for you. Lex, here's the only problem with this. Pretty good at home in the last 6 matches, right? But those were 4 of those were in they're not even on the list. That only goes back to, they've only played 2 home matches here in the last 2 months. They haven't played in a month. It scares me a little bit, to be honest. I know what you're saying here, and just the fact that, I don't know. It's a tough. I weighed it back and forth. It is tough. I think Emulek is pretty good. Yeah, I see those are between April and May. Yeah, look, I mean, they have been good at home, but they've been off for an entire month. Sometimes these teams lose the momentum, and this is the round of 16, so it's different. I know. So to me, Brazilian goes into it. The fact that they've been off for a month while Minero's been playing games and playing well, building some momentum here in the last, 3 in a row here in the last, 10 days. They played a lot of games, but that Cup to Brazil game, I think maybe they didn't play the guys. And I know we talked about this in this Atletico Mineiro Fortaleza game. They rested their players, and then they were getting beat 2-0, and you see here, sub, and then that's when they started to score, and they needed to win the game. So they got some players with some rest. So I just like I like them in that game. So, but I know what you're saying. It's a pretty interesting game. Let me go back to this Libertad game. Paranense has no losses in 11. Libertad has no losses in 6. Libertad doesn't give up a lot of goals, less than A lot of cards. Both teams more than 4.5 cards. 7 of 8 and 6 of 8. Once again, the red cards. I would take a shot. Once again, I'm not going to tell you to play $300 on red card given, but I don't know what you guys play, but like, and ladies, like, I might take a chance and throw $20 on red card given. It's going to triple your money. Why not? Right? There's been a lot of reds. I know the game is going to be a little different now because it's a knockout stage, but at the same time, sometimes the level of effort and stuff goes up as well. Maybe there's a bad challenge. If you've ever watched some of these South American games, you'll know there's bad challenges all the time. Some of the games are crazy. But this Atletico Paranaense, once again, when you look at this, over 1.5 goals. And what I know, Libertad doesn't give up a lot of goals. Here in the league, 1-0, 3-0, 2-0, a lot of clean sheets. In Libertadores, give up a goal here to the strongest. But here you go. These two teams played on May 18th. They played twice in the group stage. Atletico Paranaense won 2-0 in that game at home. To me, that's only a month ago. I'm looking to not see red card prop and game props. Yeah, I'm not sure what book you have, but yeah, both teams to score plus money. Yes. I like. Yeah, both teams to score. Yes, plus 106. That's interesting. To me, this is another game where I like Paranaense team total over 1.5 goals. They just beat them 2-0. These Brazilian teams have a chance to come in here and put these teams away quickly. They scored 2 goals. The tie could be over. Going back to Libertad Sunshine is Paraguay, correct? Paraguay, yes. So I think that's a way you could play it. Both teams to keep clean sheets is also plus money. Paranaense plus 110, Sunshine plus 310. Yeah. Both the games were clean sheets the first time they played. It was 2-0 the first 2 times they played. 2-0 and 1-0. Paranaense will give up some goals. 4-2, 2-1, 1-1, 3-1, 2-2, 5-1, 2-1. It's interesting. Yeah, plus 115. Yes. For me, I would take a shot on the money line, small play, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think the better play here is the over 1.5 goals for Paranaense because I know they just did it. They just played them. They just did it. All right. International friendly matches. Here's some women's friendly. They don't even give the over under on you can't even bet the money line on USA Colombia. Whew, bad as that. England minus 400. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Corinthians, Boca Juniors. That line's gone crazy now. It's plus 148. Wow. These games here, Nacional de Montevideo and Club Atletico Union. We'll take a look quickly at that. These games are tonight, by the way, remember. There we go. Um, so I know we're usually looking at a little bit ahead. These games are tonight. We're looking at tomorrow. We're going to look at, because they're at night, so we'll look a little bit into tomorrow, tomorrow daytime. Here you go. These two teams haven't played at all. Nacional, 3 wins in a row. First to score 9 out of 10. When you see a team first to score 9 out of 10, to me, that's pretty big. More than 4.5 cards. Both teams get a lot of cards. Union to Santa Fe without a clean sheet in 5. So now you got a team that scored 9 out of 10 times they've scored first, and then the other team allows over 2.5 goals in the last 6 of 6. Both teams are scoring 5 of 5, but they're the first team to score in 5 of 6. So, and they don't give up a clean. They don't keep clean sheets. Look at these games right here: 2-1, 5-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1. A lot of goals. 3-0, 2-1, 3-0, 3-0, 2-0, 3-2. A lot of goals here. So let's go back and look at this and see what both teams. Look at that. Wait, what? That can't be right. Both teams to score plus 104. Yeah, definitely. Both teams to score is plus 104 in this game. I just told you. Both teams to score 5 of 5, right? More than 2.5 goals, 6 of 6. First to score 5 of 6. First to score 9 of 10. Man, over 2.5 goals plus 140. I don't understand. Maybe because they're playing good teams. First goal, no bet. Nacional is minus 167. Wow. I don't know. To me, I know I'm gonna look at this, and these are gonna be crazy. Mine over 1.5 is plus 160. Over 1.5 is plus 275. I mean, these teams score goals, and this team allows goals. This might be a value play on this game. This might have to be a value play. To me, I mean, maybe I'm just reading this game incorrectly. I think this game should be. I would take a chance here at plus 160 on over 1.5 goals. I know this is the round of 16 and things are going to tighten up and blah, blah, blah. You are what you are. You give up a lot of goals. I think that's interesting. If you think Nacional is the first team to score and they score early and they're going to hold on to win the game, they're leading at halftime and full time is plus 265. Some interesting value in this game. This is interesting to me. Plus 104, both teams to score. I mean, without a clean sheet in 5, more than 2.5 goals. Nacional doesn't give up goals, 3 straight clean sheets, Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 7 clean sheets. And the only game they didn't keep a clean sheet, it was 9 against 11, and they lost. But no, man, that's very interesting. The more I look at this, the more I think this is the play here. Over 1.5 goals by Nacional de Montevideo. You don't have to worry about the other stuff. You just worry about Nacional scoring 1.5 goals at home. I think that's my play today. Colo against Internacional. A lot of cards. Obviously, once again, Internacional first to score in 7 of 8. Both teams to score 4 of 5. More than 2.5 goals in 4 of 5. Internacional 3-0, 3-2, 2-1, 3-1, 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, 5-1, 1-1. Colo with 2 scoreless draws here, and then the other games have had 6 goals, 7 goals. Both teams to score 4 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals. All right. Over 2.5. Here we go again. Plus 104. A 2.5 goals Nacional in regulation. Over 2.5. Over 2.5 on Nacional was high. It was even higher than that. It was way above that. Over 2.5 goals on Nacional is plus 575, Lex. Plus 575 over 2.5. That is a crazy number. This game, a lot of these teams score. At Internacional scores first. I'll see what that is to score first. They'll give it to you. Next, going to give it to you. Internacional SC to score in first half, plus 140. I think that's interesting value. Total corners. It's a 9.5 number. Less than 10.5. 5 out of 6. That's why it's so low. This game is tough. I would probably lean towards the Brazilian team. I'm taking total goals in game over 3.5 plus 370 on Nacional. There you go. Let's go. On Nacional. Lex is going big time on Nacional at Club Atletico Union. Excuse me. So basically, I think that's I know there's, I don't think, I know, like, that's pretty much it for tonight. Yeah, there's no games tomorrow night. There is a few games here. Obviously Copa Sudamericana, Copa Libertadores, and MLS. So just quickly, you want to look through the MLS schedule for tomorrow night. I'm going to probably wait till tomorrow. We'll go over those with Rick Fortenbaugh. FC Cincinnati, NYCFC. That line is moved. How about that? I thought it was minus money yesterday. Now it's plus 106. The Union are still at plus 210. At Chicago, that line has kind of stayed the same. Toronto FC, Columbus. Not betting that game with your money. But there's a couple games that we will look at tomorrow on the schedule. And then I also, it's Tuesday, so we got to look at the rugby. And let's look at the NRL ladder. Panthers, there they are. Penrith, 14-1, sorry, with a plus 298 difference. They just absolutely roll teams. The Storm are 11-3. Look at that, man. 11-3. And they have a plus 209 difference. So Melbourne Storm taking on Manly. See Eagles. So Manly 7-8 here. I think your Storm would probably be the first play. Opti, how you doing? Both teams to score, Orlando and Nashville. I think that's a pretty good play. Thank you. International, double chance. Yeah, look, I mean, I do. That's tonight at 8:30. Yes, I actually probably might side with. That's probably a good bet because I might take them. Mystics. That's Rick's team. So, I here. Let me just do a quick little parlay here. Let me see what we can put together. We'll go a little bit further into this. Sydney Roosters. Where are they? 7-8. Penrith's going to annihilate them. You can't move the spread down, so I'll just put in the money line. So when we're able to move and slide the spread a little bit, Cronulla against Canterbury, the Sharks are here. Canterbury, they always get me. So right now, just off the top, I would probably say these teams, and then Cowboys are playing the Broncos. I'd probably lay off that game. So you're at plus 113. I will probably slide this line down, as I'm not going to leave it at minus 15.5. There's no way. I would probably take Melbourne and take it down to minus 3.5 to get even better odds. So that's a money line parlay right there on these games. And the Sharks, the Panthers, and the Storm, I think you win some money there. But we will go into that a little bit further as soon as we can kind of do that. Like my guy Rick Fortenboss says, every time you think the Mystics are going to do something, they don't. And then when you don't, they do. But yes, they probably should. See the standings. Mystics 12-9. Who are they playing? The Dream 8-10. 3-7 their last 10. Lost 2 in a row. The Dream. Probably cover the 8. I get it 7.5, Lex, if you can get it 7.5. So let me just look at that MLS game. Day is that game? Orlando, Nashville. I don't see that game. I don't know. I have to figure that out. Do you think both teams to score in Montevideo? I have a weird prop as opposed to choosing. Uh, Bill is on the Mystics first half -4. Lex, so that's interesting there. I think the other team is kind of a little bit slow. They haven't been very good. So that's probably a pretty good bet there. Let's go back. Which game? Both teams to score Montevideo. Do you think both teams to score in Montevideo? I have a weird prop. Both teams to score no draw, as opposed to choosing the winner with both teams to score. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Both teams to score. Union to Santa Fe, 5 of the last 5. They give up goals, and Montevideo probably wins. I think, I don't know. I think they probably win. So, if that's actually probably a pretty good play. If that's the way you liked it, I think that's pretty interesting. I like both teams to score no draw better than total goals over 3.5. Yeah, because I mean 2-1 gets you the win, right? Over a 3.5 is. I mean, this is also the first leg of a the first leg of these knockout games are tough because you don't want to lose the tie. You don't care if you lose the game 2-1, 3-2, whatever, 2-1, 1-0, whatever. You can lose the tie, but if you get pumped like 3-0, you're not coming back. The game's over. I mean, it happens sometimes, but it's just so hard. Those guys will go up to Nacional will go up there and just like shut it down. They won't give up 3 goals. So yeah, I think that's probably a better play. I do think, excuse me, the stats back up that the fact that probably both teams are going to score. Nacional scored first 9 out of 10. If they get the lead, 2-0, then 2-1, whatever. Obviously, the other thing too is if it does get to 2-0, then the team's got to start. They got to chase a goal because once again you can't fall behind 3-0 or 4-1 in these ties. I just don't think you come back from these in South America. So if it's 2-0, maybe you go for it, maybe try to get a goal. But look, these teams score goals, and they both try to play. They're both the first to score. 9 out of 10 is 5 or 6, which means to me that they both try to go after it. So that would be my guess there. Educated guess. All right. Remember, you got this promo, and just if you interaction. If anyone on here has used these promo codes and they worked and you won some money, please let me know. If you didn't win some money and you got your code, you get your money back, and then hit the free bet to get some money. Let me know. That's almost better sometimes. Obviously, it's better just to win every bet you bet, but sometimes you get that free bet back and you get the second chance and you win. So I always think that's interesting. Use promo code Video Winners 15 to get the deal with Caesars, up to $1,500 first bet. Remember, you can watch our shows all day. We got all kinds of action on here from noon to 6, and probably more when we get closer. Had a good talk today with some of the people. when we get a little closer to August, we're gonna spread out the shows. I've told you my dream is to have a live betting show on Saturday mornings where everyone can jump on at, I don't know, have 5,000 people on here and say, what do you think about this lineup? What do you think about this game? Why do you like this game? Should I get off this game? Fantasy stuff, whatever. So if that's going to probably be Saturday mornings. So, I'm excited for that. Down the road, obviously, we got a little bit of time before that. Right now, it's Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, MLS, and then next week it's UEFA Champions League. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, ringing the bell. Go look at, I gave you this link here. There's my experts, winners and whiners page. Go look over there at things. And, there's other people there. But also, we have the free videos coming out every day. Look at those picks and, keep watching. But everybody's doing a real good job here. And, the baseball guys and women are doing really well. So if you're a baseball player, please go look at that stuff. I try, I've had a couple premium plays, baseball winners as well. And I try to get that going. So. All right, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll have Rick Fortenbaugh here for part of the show. Thursday, and plus money. Friday, Kaepernick. And we're going to be trying to get you some more money. So I'll see you tomorrow.